This is the Esports exclusive, presented by DX Racer.
What's up everybody, Matt and Mathos here to bring you the latest news from the past week in esports. As always, gotta start League of Legends because the transfer window has been absolutely crazy in the first couple weeks, and now finally, teams starting to finalize their rosters. Team Liquid, TSM, Cloud9, all the big names have their teams in place.
Yeah, and the ink is pretty much dried on all these contracts. There's very few positions left to fill, if any. And all they've got to do left is get themselves lined up and start practicing for January 19th when the league starts up fresh.
Yeah, especially with some of these new changes of admitted at TSM. It's been scary replacing contracts on Cloud9. A lot of crazy stuff, so get that synergy in place and be ready to go January 19th. Let's go over to some CSGO action where NiP and SK, you know, they're good one tournament, and then of course, next tournament, oh, they're not even in the finals. Yeah,
it seems like the most competitive league in the world keeps its name on point. SK and NiP are not in the ECS finals, oddly enough. However, in North America, Team Liquid, Cloud9, Luminosity, and Optic roll on in. As well over in Europe, we got FaZe, Fnatic, Astralis, and Mouse Esports. Although there's a bit of a snag with Astralis. Dev1ce is out, still on medical leave, and they've been using Dennis as a substitute. However, Dennis isn't actually on their roster in the first place. He's still on Godsend, and the ECS may not be too keen on them using a non-registered sub for the finals of their tournament. Astralis' only other choice is their coach, and they've decided instead of playing their coach, forget it, we're just not going to play at all.
Yeah, I mean, props to Astralis for being like, I'd rather not lose and just not play with our coach. So, yeah. Props to them. Over in the Contenders League with Overwatch, Blizzard decides, you know what, let's just take this too.
Yeah, you know, developers running their entire esport, news at 11. Basically, the tournament breaks down into 3 brackets for the Contenders League as a whole. It's automatically expanded into 7 regions: North America, Europe, Australia, South America, Korea, China, and the Pacific. As it flips out, you start off in an open league. Anybody can play in there, and they qualify up for a Contenders Trials period, which acts as a relegation system. The best of the best move in, and the garbage from Contenders move down to fight for their spots with the broken pool cues in the room. And then you move into Contenders for a run at 3 seasons. Ideally, this takes over as a spot for everyone to showcase themselves as potential free agents for the Overwatch League coming up the following year. The bright side is, unlike this year, where every single small tournament dried up and Overwatch as an esport disappeared off the face of the earth while hanging in limbo thanks to the Overwatch League, next year promises to be far more full of a calendar with actual tournaments for once. Thanks, Blizzard.
How generous. How generous.
It's nice of them.
But yeah, they're taking notes from Riot. After they pick up LCK and owning everything, Blizzard comes along. Might as well pick up the Contenders League too.
Why not?
While we're at it, Dota 2. The Chinese are kind of synonymous to the Koreans in League of Legends.
Yeah, Chinese Dota, best Dota. What a shock. Perfect World Majors rolled around and Newbie smashed up Vici Gaming, not once, but twice. 2-1 in the first set in winners, and then a clean 3-sweep in the winners finals. They were clearly the 2 best teams in the entire run, and it's not a shock that Newbie's walking around. And if you're best in China, you're pretty much best in Dota 2 right now.
Fair enough. Let's have some fun before we close out the show. Everyone's mom has told them to stop playing video games at one point or another, and usually you just mope about it and yell and be like, no, I want to play. But this guy, this Call of Duty World League player, took it to the next level.
Trev is a genius. Found himself one of those contractual loopholes that we all wish we could. Took his entire setup to his car. We're talking his modem, his computer, his console, streamed the whole thing from his back seat.
That's the setup, boys. Like, this is the side of my desk. Posted up with that. Got the modem. Got my PC hooked up down there, and that's liquid cooled.
Team managed to pull a hell of a lot of viewers. Everybody started rolling in cheering for the guy. His mom hasn't, you know, cut the cord or anything. He finished the tournament. It's a real sweet setup.
It's a sweet setup. I doubt his mom is too thrilled with all those extension cords running from his house to his car. But I doubt the back seat of his car is as comfortable as these DX Racer chairs. So if you want to get one of these chairs, go to dxracer.com. Use the code SHOTCLASS for 15% off your purchase. For Mathos, I'm Matt, and we'll see you next week.
This is the Esports exclusive, presented by DX Racer.